No, I gotta talk about Portugal. Portugal is just a great team, man. Like everyone they have is just amazing, bro. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Diego Costa, and then defenders we have Ruben Diaz and the other guy, Renato Veiga. I'm gonna say in Portuguese. So if there is any Portuguese guy watching this, comment here below and tell me if I'm pronouncing it right, okay? So let us do again. Diogo Costa, Ruben Dias, Renato Veiga, Nuno Mendes. I think you guys know who I'm talking about, right? It's kind of an accent, but it's not like impossible to know who it is. Then João Cancelo, João Neves, Vitinha, João Félix, Bruno Fernandes, Pedro Neto e Cristiano Ronaldo. So they are incredible players, all of them. But of course, the goated Portuguese player is Cristiano Ronaldo, right? There is no discussion if he's better than Eusebio or not. Everyone knows that he's better. Like, I think there is no discussion. And he's now at 41 years old. He played the World Cup. The team on paper is amazing. I was kind of, hey, the team is so amazing. That's on paper. But I think that is on the coach, honestly. I think the fact that the team does not perform well, that's a lot on the coach. The coach has a big influence, even if he doesn't think so. First, there is the influence of the coach in the sense of the locker room. Like, how is the team together? Like, how much unity is there in the team? That is a big part due to the coach. The coach, he can influence that as well. Of course, there is more than that. There's also the fact if the players like each other and if they know each other. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that plays the role. Like, if there is chemistry between players, if they know each other for a long time, other stuff can impact the performance. If the players are in a bad day or not, or if they feel too much the pressure and etc. That's one thing, the coach, like the way he sets the team for success and the tactics he uses and the way he wants to play. Like if the teams don't have that much time to play against other teams, and if the teams don't have that much time to prepare, because that's a national team, you don't have everyday time. No, you have some time to prepare for a game, or for the World Cup you have kind of like 1 week or 2 weeks, and that's it, and then let's go. So you have to set up a strategy that is very good and the players can take that strategy like fast. But the strategy has to be a strategy that is good not only for the coach but for the players. The players have to be able to do that well. And that is a problem because not everyone will do it well, and some players will do it well and others will not do well, and sometimes they might seem to be doing it well, but like on the actual game it's a different story. So the coach is very important, and Roberto Martinez is not a Portuguese coach. He's from another country. Where is he from? Wait, I'm gonna search here. He is from Spain. He's Spanish. Yeah, he's Spanish, and he was playing against Spain. That is very funny. Is that why Portugal lost? We'll never know. But Portugal's campaign was not impressive. I didn't like the way they played. Like, a lot of inconsistencies. First game against Congo, very hard for them, and they couldn't pull the win. They tied that game. Congo defended extremely well. I have to say that they had an extremely good defense. That's the first thing. Second thing is, it was the first game in the World Cup, so there is a high chance Portugal was kind of nervous and they had a lot of pressure to win since they were one of the favorites, etc. But still, the name on paper makes them be as high up as Spain is, and maybe like go side to side with France. Of course, I would say France is slightly better because they have more talented players, even more, right? But Portugal's midfielders, man, they're just crazy. It's better than France's. It's better than France's midfielders. And Portugal's back defense with Nuno Mendes, João Cancelo, and Ruben Dias is just so OP. Nuno Mendes, man, you can see that he played every single game well. He doesn't have a bad game. I don't remember a bad game of his because he doesn't play bad. He doesn't. Just the best left back in the world. He has been the best left back in the world for years, man. Years. He's just incredibly good. Like, he's probably the best left back I've seen in ages. For me, he's better than Jordi Alba from Barcelona. He's better than other guys there. I think the only one he competes with is Marcelo. Honestly, I would say he is more complete than Marcelo because he offers good attacking and good defending. Marcelo, he was maybe better at attacking, but not as good as Nuno Mendes in defending. So you see who they have in their team. They have Cristiano Ronaldo, who is very near to scoring 1,000 goals in his career. So they have great players, man. Vitinha and João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, like three of the best midfielders in the world. Two of them play together in the same club, so they have a chemistry. Bruno Fernandes, he has delivered the most assists in the Premier League this season. He has delivered the most assists in any Premier League season in history. So he's the guy for assisting Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the guy, but it seems he's not. It seems he's not the guy. I thought he was the guy, but everything is just going against him. He's not that guy anymore. Not for Portugal. But I think he can be. That's the thing. I think he can be. But another problem is not only the coach, it's not other things, it's the fact that players don't respect. I feel like they don't respect Ronaldo as much as they should. In João Neves, in an interview, he said, "Hey, Cristiano Ronaldo is a player like we are, and he's just a player like us." And yeah, he's not the same. I think he said he's not the same as he used to be, or something like that. I think he didn't say that. I think he said he's just a player like us, and yeah, that will help the team and etc. We'll play for the team and etc. While for Messi, man, the guys were saying, "Hey, we are playing for Messi." Like the Argentinians, they are gonna starve for Messi if necessary. Like if they didn't have food and they would give the air food to someone else, they would have given it to Messi. Messi is their main guy there. Like he's the guy from Argentina. While in Portugal, even though Cristiano Ronaldo is the striker and he is the most famous person in there, he doesn't seem to be the main guy. He seems to be one more guy. And if you watch the games, the players were not playing for Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe against Uzbekistan, that was the best game Portugal played against a low tier team. You can't say that it's a low tier team. So it's not a surprise Portugal pulled in the win. It's not a surprise at all. But the thing is that after that game, I don't know if they were too confident. I don't know what happened. They kind of went a little downhill, or they just couldn't pull that same game anymore. Because that game was crazy, man. They were cooking that game. That was such a good game. But that was it. Against Colombia, what game was that? They did not play well against Colombia. That was a bad game. So what is happening to Portugal? They have one of the best generations in their history, and they cannot pull off. They can't. Why is that the case? Why? Portugal lost against Spain. If it was against any other team, they would have probably won. But it's Spain, one of the favorites. It was 1-0. The game was a good game, but Portugal could have won it. The problem is they don't freaking use Cristiano Ronaldo. Search that. When Cristiano Ronaldo ran into the space, Bruno Fernandes did not pass to him. He did not pass. Cristiano Ronaldo would sometimes talk to Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes would there was like one time Bruno Fernandes would not want to listen to him. But then he did what Cristiano said, and then they defended well the corner kick. So small details like that. Cristiano Ronaldo would sometimes ask for the ball, and the midfielders, they would completely ignore him. They would try to control the game, let's say, too much by just passing here and there, and then they would avoid, let's say, long balls. But sometimes those long balls were good because the Spain backline, they sometimes went higher up, so that there was space behind, but they would not use it. So the game was too much of both teams trying to control the game and none of them being able to. It was Spain was just playing better, was controlling the game better and doing better decisions, and that's why they deserved the win. Cristiano Ronaldo, he did such a great career. He had such a great career, and then see him lose like that, it's fine. Like Portugal could win, they had a good potential, but they were unlucky in facing Spain that early. So either of them wouldn't face hard consequences. It was Portugal, that's bad for them. It was only 1-0, so they did not play horrible. It wasn't a horrible game. They did play well, but offensively, they could have done better because they were not pulling anything offensively. And that was a big problem for Portugal. Now they will have a new coach. His name is George. In English, we would say George Jesus, but in Portuguese, it's Jorge Jesus. And many of you might not know much about him, but the clubs he trained, the last one was Al Nassr, Cristiano Ronaldo's club, and he won the title. He was before in Al Hilal, and he broke the record for most games won in a season consecutively. It was like 33, if I'm not wrong, or 28. I don't remember exactly, but it was like the world record for that. So everywhere he goes, he is a champion. Benfica, he was in Benfica, I think, and he won the title there. He was also in Flamengo. Flamengo is the Brazilian club. He was in 2019. And that year was simply probably the best Flamengo year I've ever seen. Like, they won almost all games. The style of play was very aggressive, very good for that, and it was amazing. I think there was a humor of him going into the Brazilian national team. And honestly, if he went to Brazilian national team, I would have been so glad, because I would prefer him over Ancelotti, because his style of, he might not be better than Ancelotti, but his style of training and playing is completely different. And I am sure that Brazil would have been more enjoyable to watch than it actually was. I mean, Ancelotti also like did a very good job, even though they lost. I talked about Brazil in my very first video of this channel, but he is a decent coach, a decent one, like a very good one. And everywhere he goes, he delivers in a short period of time. He doesn't need like 3 years to start delivering something. No, he actually delivers it within the first year. It's crazy. Like, I don't know if it will happen with Portugal, because I think he has never trained a national team before. It's different from training clubs, but I assure you that he is a good coach. Now, what will happen afterwards, I don't know. Like, if he will actually pull it off and Portugal will like start a winning streak, crazy winning streak, I don't know. But there is one thing I know, that he is a decent coach, like a very good coach, and I trust in him. I am a Portuguese as well, if you guys didn't know. So I'm Brazilian and Portuguese. So I am for Portugal as well. In Europe, I am full on for Portugal, and I want them to win everything that comes in their way. But it's complicated if the team is not willing to sacrifice everything they've got. They have a huge potential, and I know they can deliver. I know it. They have that huge potential. They just have to explore it. They just have to do as good as they can, because I know they can do even better and better. I trust them. This World Cup was very frustrating for Portuguese people, because Portugal have never won the World Cup. They have only got into the 3rd place in 1966. That was a crazy World Cup with Eusebio, when they took out Brazil team with Pele in there. That was a bad World Cup for Brazil. Pele was not in a extremely good condition there, because I think he was injured, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, soccer there was very aggressive in there. People would like just chase Pele like they would, like policemen chase gangsters. It's just crazy. And then Portugal got that. Portugal got their win, and they went to the semifinals, and then they were 3rd place. Portugal, after getting to the semifinals, they lost. So they went for the 3rd place, and yeah, everything happened as I already told you. But it's crazy that Portugal has never been to such a situation afterwards. Never been. And that is just crazy. That is just crazy, man. Even with Cristiano Ronaldo, like, in the situation that involves Portugal and everything that's happening with them, they did not get to the semifinals. For me, that's a surprise. That's a huge surprise. I don't know. It's just crazy that they never got into the semifinals. I cannot bear that. Like Portugal, I've heard some people say that Cristiano Ronaldo, he is a guy who made Portugal be what Portugal is right now. Without him, Portugal would have been a middle European team like Belgium, like any other. And in fact, Portugal is. The thing is that Portugal is very good. Now, that's the difference. That's the difference. But like historically, Portugal is considered higher up than Belgium, for example. But something I like about Portugal, it's not only the fact that it also speaks Portuguese like in Brazil, but the fact that it's a small country, you know, like only 10 million people, but like it has a bunch of cool stuff in it, and I love it. I love it. Portugal is just amazing, man. I never actually like been there for very long, but as a Portuguese, I can say that Cristiano Ronaldo, I love him. And he's one of the best of all time. And seeing him play with 41 years old, man, 41 years and he's still playing on the highest level. It's just incredible. My father, he was a pro soccer player and he retired with 42. And that was crazy, but he was a center back and he wasn't like famous like Ronaldo was. He's never got into that, like, the elite level. But still, like, above 40 years old, that's just crazy. Like 40 years old, it's more for either center backs or like goalkeepers. That's still fine. But like now for strikers, man, that's actually crazy. Very crazy, dude. I hope Ronaldo continues for the national team. I hope he continues to play at a very high level. I don't want to see him stop. I don't want to see him stop. I know he will have to one day, but I really hope it doesn't happen that soon yet. And I know he has so much more to bring to soccer. And I know a bunch of people have started playing soccer because of him. So they have started watching soccer because of him. So I'm sure that he can bring us a lot of joy. I'm sure about that. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that nowadays Ronaldo is a little bit more like Haaland. I don't know, I think he could be as good as Haaland if he played for an European team. But I don't know why Haaland is kind of a little bit, not better. Yeah, nowadays he's kind of a little better than Ronaldo is. I would say it's not only because he's younger, but because he has all that Ronaldo has. But he's physically stronger in the sense of like he's taller and he's more dangerous to get those long balls. I don't know if Cristiano is faster or not, but I would say both are really similar. But because of age, Cristiano Ronaldo cannot deliver what Haaland can. They are really similar nowadays. I would say they are very similar in their play style. But I want to see Ronaldo thrive and thrive and thrive. I know he can, I know he will, and I'm just so excited to wait for his 1000th goal. It's gonna be very good. It's gonna be insanely good. But what do you guys think will happen to Ronaldo? What will happen to Portugal? I think the next World Cup will be very similar because everyone is so young. You see, for 2030, Vitinha, João Neves, they will be still playing at high level. Bruno Fernandes as well. Like everyone will be in a very good shape. Nuno Mendes, bro. Nuno Mendes still has like at least 2 World Cups there to go. At least, bro. Like at least. He is such a player. Like I love him. I don't know how to explain it, but I simply love him. Like the way he plays is just so good. Like physically, he's so strong and like he has that courage for aggressiveness. He's just the guy, you see. And Vitinha as well, the way he organizes the game. I just feel so sorry that he cannot do the same in Portugal. Like it just seems like he's not necessarily scared, but it just seems like Portugal has a huge potential, but they are not there. You see, they have such a high potential. I feel so sorry for them because I know they can do well. I know they can bring everything they have. And I want to see that happen. I really want to see that happen because I trust Portugal, and I know that we're gonna see great stuff. Yeah, that will happen. I also want to see your subscription, and we have also very good stuff in the description. Always go check the descriptions because we might also sometimes add new products there, and I'm sure you guys will love. If you are watching this because you love Minecraft, so I would definitely check it out because there's definitely something that you either need or you want to get. I've spent hours gathering those for you, and I'm sure you'll love them. All Minecraft stuff, and I'm sure you'll love them. Already talked about Brazil, already talked about Cape Verde, and now I talked about Portugal. I'm gonna talk about Argentina and probably also about France. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about all those teams because it's a lot of fun talking about them, talking about the World Cup. But just to finish about Portugal, I just would have liked to see Portugal against Argentina, bro. They would have been first in their group if they actually did play seriously and well, but against Colombia, they did not play well. Like Colombia was first in their group and they were second. If they were first, they would not have played against Spain and they would have played against Argentina eventually. Instead of Switzerland, it would have been Portugal against Switzerland. Imagine, guys, like it would have been Portugal against Switzerland, and then after, if Portugal won, which would be very probable to happen, then they would play Argentina now. Messi and Ronaldo. Imagine that again. This World Cup is a lot of what ifs. What if it was Brazil against England now, and then Brazil against Argentina, and then Brazil went to the final, and then Neymar won his World Cup, and then the same with Portugal. What if Cristiano won his World Cup? Because he definitely deserves one. I think he does deserve one. But yeah, Portugal is a big what if for now. I hope they can really change that story, and they can. And with that new coach, I can assure you that they will, if not the story and their titles, at least show that they are high contenders for their titles. I'm sure about that because their coach does not joke. Their coach, he is not kidding when he says that he will make Portugal great again. It's like Donald Trump saying, "Hey, I will make America great again." It's the same with Portugal. But the thing is, Portugal has never been extremely great, but they have been to the semi-final, and he can make that happen. I'm sure that Portugal will thrive. I'm sure about that. Imagine, guys. Imagine everything that we'll be seeing about Cristiano. Imagine. I know it can happen. I know it. Who do you guys prefer, Ronaldo or Messi? Who do you guys prefer? Just be sure about one thing. That was probably his last World Cup. I don't think it's gonna go in another one. But remember one thing. They earned millions of dollars. Like Cristiano said, "Hey, my Euro Cup from 2016 was probably like a World Cup. It's like a World Cup to me." Why does he say that? Because he knows he cannot win a World Cup. So that's why he says that, because it was the very first title for Portugal. So that Euro for Portugal was as if like Brazil won another World Cup now. That was an incredible title. A lot of people say one of the best days of their life in soccer. For me, yeah, it was a very good day. Like finally a team that I'm for, a great in the big scale, won world champions of the tournament. It's just great, man. It's just great to think it that way. But the thing is, like I told you before, you guys, everyone is replaceable. Cristiano will be replaced by someone who will score a lot of goals. Maybe not now, but in the future, I'm sure. But another thing very important to mention is that you guys shouldn't be sad because it's over. You guys should be smiling. Why smiling? Because it happened. Because Cristiano Ronaldo did what he did, because they won what they won, those great moments, and those will happen again. The players will be past, but the sport will still continue, and they will be seeing great moments. Maybe there will not be another Cristiano, maybe there will be not another Messi, but there will be great moments. There will be great moments, and maybe players who are completely different. Maybe we will not be seeing like a great striker like Cristiano is, but maybe we will be seeing like someone like Lamine Yamal who has the style. See, we don't know what will happen in the future, who is gonna come. We don't know how the national team will actually look in 4 years, because it changes a lot. Like, bro, you can, like, every year new people come. Lamine Yamal was revealed in 2023 after the World Cup, and look at what he's doing now. So subscribe to this channel for more videos and that I'm sure you will like. And if you want a specific video, comment here below. I will not only be talking about soccer. That's my plan for now. I may change that plan, but I started with soccer because it's something I love, but I transitioned to other areas of life probably. So if you want to see more, don't hesitate in clicking subscribe if this video was very entertaining for you, if I really got to be someone who, to be your company, someone at least to be a background video or not a background. You guys actually watch my videos, or you guys just listen to them like in the background? Comment here below. I want to see you guys, how old you guys are, and I want to know as much of you guys as possible. What do you guys think about Portugal? See you in the next video. Peace.